put on one more show, which is the Black Unicorns on Instagram. So it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on Instagram on both channels, Brown Sugar Talk and Black Unicorns, and Black Unicorns on YouTube and Black Unicorns on the podcast. So listen, man, I'm just like, how many times can a person go over the same bullshit? And I'm thinking it's because of uneducation. Like, it's like, are you educated enough to have these type of topics? To talk about anything? Because everybody is not you. And so that this is the problem. The lifestyle is in which way a person lives. So, like, say for instance, for Hispanic people, let's talk about Hispanic, African, and who else do I know? Let's say Indian, and I'm not Native American. I'm talking about Indian. So let's talk about Hispanic people. So Hispanic people have something called the Day of the Dead. They also have what is it when they dress up and stuff? It's the fifth Cinco de Mayo. So for Cinco de Mayo, they have a family over. They have a barbecue. They have everything they need to have, right? And they gather up, but they get everybody together in a group. And sometimes they don't. They have like festivities and stuff, and other people help out. But for the most part, that's a holiday where they dance and they sing. And depending on what part of the culture they're going to be in, if they dance and they got to have the outfits, they have the girls dressed up and whatever. They also have something called a quinceañera. And so it's like when a kid turns 15, a girl turns 15, it's almost like a coming out ball. So that's the same thing black people do too. So when I'm looking at that culture, because see, this is what happens. A lot of black men or black women tend to think that when we spending money for these things ourselves, that we are going outside of who we are, or we going outside of the money that we don't have. So for some reason, since you think that it's a deficit, right? You want everybody to not spend money when they make the money. You want them to keep it in the bank. So therefore you want them to be like you. And the reason why you want them to be like you is because they have to save themselves from white people. That's what you think. I have to save myself from a white person. You see what I'm saying? Because you have been affected by slave syndrome. You cannot think of abundance because you yourself are trying to hoard the money for yourself. So you think that some white people have more money, and it's not true. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. They thought I was a millionaire because they see my car, they see how I dress, they see all these different things, and they actually thought I was a millionaire. Some part of the stalking that was happening to me was because people thought I was a millionaire. And I'm a queen, so they gonna think I really got some fucking money. I don't have money. They have stolen my family stole all the money. My grandmother and my mother took all my money. And my dad, when he was given a chance, he took some money too. So it's like, people will assume that this is something that's happening. Like, they would actually look at me. My mama said this to me one day too. She said, yeah, they gonna look at you and think you got some money and you don't have anything. Because I look clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I actually take care of myself. So people don't give me a chance to finish taking care of myself because they feel like this is something they can take. They actually sit there and actually want to steal from me. Like, it's not a joke. So you look at a person that's like me. Because if I actually had money, I wouldn't spend it. Like, I actually would do the same thing. I would live within because I don't have a very expansive lifestyle. I am a giver. So it's like if I don't need it, I'm not keeping it. And that's just how I don't like to have I have a lot of stuff. I don't like to have a whole lot of stuff. Especially if it's like I ain't wore the pants in 6 months. Why are they still in my closet? It's like, just get rid of them. And now I'm in a situation where I kind of get rid of stuff right away. But then I also have everything that I like with me. So it's scary because if I lose everything I like, now I can't go back and get everything I like either. So you see what I'm saying? Because that's all y'all want to do is steal. So somebody would look at me and think I live a lavish lifestyle, and I don't. So if I actually had money, I'm able to live off the money. Like me and my son just went broke. We were still able to get the stuff that we wanted because I kept money in the savings account. So it's like when something happened, we just used the money from the savings account. I wasn't like out here lavishly spending on anything except for school supplies and stuff we needed for the house. And even then, I would ask them for vouchers and things like that. So I don't know if it's because I'm Jewish or because I'm just not greedy. I don't know, because I too have a taste for designer and all these different things like that. And so I don't want to lower my standards so I can keep some money in the bank. Because the money will come. You live in abundance. Unless somebody is stopping you from getting the money. So it's like that's how you have to think. So me criticizing another woman for having a big house and a car and a pool and expensive shoes, it's not something that's gonna help me getting some money. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? It's like I can't compare my life to hers and think that that's something that stopped me from doing something. So this is what's happening. I just saw a meme, and it was like the Migos, and they was standing with somebody at the thing. It's like all y'all did on these black pages, Black Comedic, the Black Institute, whatever. Y'all, every time y'all put something black in front of something, all y'all do is criticize the people that are there. So these people are artists. So as a musician, this is what you feel. You write about who you are as a person. So as a musician, I like jewelry, and I'm not this type of musician, but I'm looking at them. So I'm looking at both musicians. Okay, so this person likes a certain type of clothing. And usually these are rappers. They don't play instruments or anything. They make beats maybe, but they don't play instruments. You see what I'm saying? So this is the part that y'all not understanding. So this rapper got necklaces. This rapper has, and he could be, what is this? Funded. This rapper has so many. If they talk about Louis Vuitton in their record, maybe Louis Vuitton sitting in a bag or two. Y'all never look at all the stuff that they get for being artists. What is this thing? Sponsorships and affiliations. So they actually get some of this stuff handed to them. Handed to them. But then they're not able to get designer contracts. Because some people need to have some of those contracts. Like I always thought Method Man and Redman needed to have like a weed line. Like I'm not joking like that. As much weed as they smoke. Snoop Dogg too. They need a weed line. But it'll be harder for them to get one. Because y'all always holding them in contempt or something. And then when they get it, you'll criticize it. This weed weak. You see what I'm saying? I thought Method Man and Redman should have. And Snoop Dogg thought the same thing too. Ashtrays. I actually heard that. I was like, that makes sense. Ashtrays and t-shirts. Hats. You see what I'm saying? And a high designer line. Like when I'm looking at black products inside of this store, they have some of the best designs ever. Then I get something from other companies that's supposed to be designer. Like some stuff I was getting from Anthropologie was weak. You know what I'm saying? The material thin. It should have just came from Asia. And then I get some stuff now. Now I get stuff is quality. It's like heavy fabric, whatever. And that's what I like. That's what black people like. So now I look at G-Star G-Raw. That's one of the best products in the store. And I'm thinking it's a black-owned company. Then you have Jordan. He designed the stuff and then they want to take the company away from him. It's like, no, Nike, keep him with the company because you still need that man to pick out the type of materials because all his shirt materials, not all of them are full like that nice quality material. And so it's like, every time you look at an artist, you always got something to say. And it's like, I'm black, I'm bigly black. We don't care. You have to start thinking about how people live. Everybody cannot live within the standards that you want them to live in. So I'm not expecting anybody to live my lifestyle. That's why I keep telling y'all, but y'all want to follow it and tell people this and push that, and you don't even know how I live for real. So I think it was the Migos or something with some white guy. So he's the meme is saying, well, that he got more money than they do, and he don't have a designer on. He does. He has on designer. The jeans he has on is the designer. The jeans he has on will cost anywhere between $65 and maybe $200 or $300. You think it's a simple design? That's why, because it's a simple design. But some of the stuff they wear is very expensive too. The shirt he has on, it could cost anywhere from $100 to $200. So just because he's a white man and you don't see the label, does not mean it is not designer. The shoes he has on could cost up to $1,000. It's like if you don't know the man, if you don't know the fabric, if you don't know the style, then you need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your trap. Because all of them have a different lifestyle. What if one of the Migos is vegetarian? His lifestyle is more expensive than a carnivore. Anybody can go to McDonald's and get a burger. But one of the Migos, if he goes to Whole Foods all the time, that shit gonna pop about $50 to $100 every trip. So it's like, what do you think he's supposed to do? Like, they have to take care of themselves too. So it's like, you don't want them to take care of themselves. It's like, y'all always want to tell a person to live below their means. And I'm talking about far below their means. Because you don't understand what a label is. Or brand. So just because it say Louis Vuitton don't mean that that's the most expensive thing in the room. Just because they got a label don't mean shit. You see people with shit on, you wouldn't even, I'm for real. People be like, I did not know that girl dress cost that much money. Yes, it do be costing that. Yes, my clothes do cost that much money. And I made payments on it too. And then again, you be like, man, I can't believe she paid $5 for that outfit. Hell yeah, I did. That shit was designer at the fucking thrift store. Bitch, yeah, I did.